Today is a Thursday, September 7, 2023. NATO chief dismisses intentional attack on Romania in Russia-Ukraine conflict. In the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg has stated that there is no evidence to suggest that drone debris discovered in Romanian territory resulted from a deliberate Russian attack. However, Stoltenberg emphasized the concern over air attacks occurring in proximity to NATO borders. Reports from the Odesa region in Ukraine indicate that Russian drone attacks have caused damage to port infrastructure, a grain silo, and administrative buildings in the Izmail district. Russia has condemned the United States for supplying depleted uranium weapons to Ukraine, labeling it a criminal act. Additionally, Russian veterans of the Ukraine war are planning to offer defense courses to students, as announced by the Russian education minister. In a separate development, Ukraine's anti-corruption agency suspects tycoon Ihor Kolomoisky of embezzlement in connection with the alleged misappropriation of 9.2 billion hryvnias, $250 million, from Privatbank. A court has ordered Kolomoisky to be held in custody for 2 months on suspicion of fraud and money laundering. Ukraine's Human Rights Commissioner is urging increased international pressure on Moscow to facilitate the return of thousands of children who have been taken to Russia during the conflict. Efforts are being made to reunite minors, including those taken from orphanages, those abducted, and children separated from their parents during the war. India has proposed a G20 statement condemning the war in Ukraine that takes into account the viewpoints of Russia and China, aiming to avoid a deadlock in discussions among the world's largest economies. The G20 has been divided over Russia's invasion of Ukraine, with Western nations seeking a strong condemnation. The US and Britain have imposed sanctions on additional members of a Russian hacking group known as TrickBot. The US Department of Treasury has also indicted 9 individuals with ties to the group's malware and the Conti ransomware schemes. These measures target key actors involved in the TrickBot group and its links to Russian intelligence services. In a rare development, new staff members have been permitted to join the Russian embassy in Pyongyang, North Korea, after nearly 4 years. This follows China's new ambassador entering North Korea earlier in the year, raising speculation about potential discussions between North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and Russian President Vladimir Putin, including potential arms deals. Russia's Federal Security Service, FSB, has reported the detention of a group of smugglers involved in trading military aircraft parts, some of which ended up in Ukraine. The smugglers were from Ukraine and a Central Asian country, and they purchased and repaired military aircraft components in Russia for export to foreign consumers, including those acting on behalf of the Ukrainian military. Ukraine has initiated the export of grain through Croatian seaports as an alternative route while its Black Sea ports remain blocked. The move is seen as a step toward expanding bilateral trade between Ukraine and Croatia, even after the resolution of the conflict. The Kremlin has criticized the U.S. decision to provide depleted uranium munitions to Ukraine, citing concerns about health consequences similar to those experienced after NATO's use of such munitions in Yugoslavia in 1999. The use of depleted uranium munitions is a subject of ongoing debate regarding potential health risks. Ukraine's President Zelensky has welcomed Rustem Umerov as the new defense minister, emphasizing priorities such as strengthening the ministry's strategic functions, enhancing international cooperation, and addressing corruption allegations within the ministry. The Kremlin has voiced its disapproval of the U.S. decision to allocate $5.4 million in frozen assets to Ukraine for veteran reintegration and rehabilitation, asserting that such actions are illegal and may lead to legal disputes. Thanks for watching.